Hello everyone, how you doing? Robin Kratzer, RK Stud. Another special video. I decided just to do this because the last month or so, with buying as much physical media up as I can for my collection, a lot of it, a big lot came in today to go along with other stuff that I got, but I decided I would concentrate on just one thing, and that's of course is the Pride Fighting Championships. I bought a whole bunch of Pride the last month, so I and was gifted one too. So anyway, to start off, I'm not gonna show it to you because it's downstairs in the downstairs DVD Blu-ray player. I have Prides 1 through 5. Pride Fighting Legacy, Pride 17, 18, 20 through 22. So I can't wait to get into that. This one, our good friend Madman ordered and bought for me, Shockwave 2002. If there's any way for you guys to watch this, I would go ahead. There's extremely some good shocking endings on fights and some good fights on there. And this comes from the last few days of mail coming in. Okay. Pride Bushido 13. There's the fight card right there. I don't know if this was a one-night tournament or what was going on, but we will wait to see when I get there. Because right now, like I said, Pride 1 is downstairs. I'm watching it as I go through it. And gonna go through them in order, plus also up here in the studio do the wrestling DVDs that I haven't got to yet. So I have 2 notebooks going of what's on what. Nerd, I know, a nerd, I know. Okay. Bushido Volume 12. This one has a I thought it did. There's Gilbert Melendez on here. Yep. Kazuo Misaki versus Dan Henderson. So I'm a big Dan Henderson fan. Like we've said in the UFC card opening from Top's Finest and all the other one, Madman and I are big older school MMA fans, so a lot of these fighters we can remember. But today's are there's just so many you can't keep up with the names. You can just watch them. Okay, here's another one. Bushido Tournament Volume 9. Phil Baroni, Dan Henderson, Takanori Gomi. There's a lot of matches on here. My goodness. I haven't really taken a look at these. I just know it was just a big lot that for a decent price. Okay, Pride FC, fully loaded. Sakuraba versus Shamrock. Mirko Crocop versus Barnett. My God, and it's going to take me a while to get through all these, and I'm going to have to look at the dates for all of these and watch them in order. Okay, Pride FC, 2-disc set, Total Elimination 2004. This is already in my collection, but the disc cover really looks really, really terrible. I bought that at $1 for the exchange. And this lot here, they were practically the same, so. Fedor versus Coleman. Crocop versus Randleman. Heath Herring's on here. Ninja Rua. So, like I said, it was a huge lot. It was a huge lot to begin with. But for a good price, Grab these. Pride FC, Beast from the East 2. Igor Chanson against Rampage Jackson. Kevin Randleman, rest in peace, buddy, from Sandusky. Spider Silver versus Alexander Otsuka. Just some of the highlights. Oh, my goodness. Another one. Pride Inferno. Big fights here. Crow Cop versus Waterman. Former WWE signee. He didn't make it there. See who else? Mark Kerr's in here. He's Herring. Daniel Bobish. Ninja Rua. Kazuhiro Nakamura versus Dos Caras Jr. That's for some of you that don't know, that is Dos Caras Jr. Yeah, that's Alberto Del Rio. I think he fights with his mask. Okay, Bushido 8. There's the fights. Who's on here? Chemo. Henry Miller. I'm sure there's some good fighters on that one. Like I said, these are all going in order when I watch them. Bushido 7. Some of the colors for these are just funky. Bill Baroni. Takamori Gomi. Okay. Charles Crazy Horse Bennett. Just some of the names. Like I said, I'm Pride Demolition. Main fight right there. Don Pride versus Takayama. Legendary fight. Bob Sapp's on here. Fedor. Gary Goodrich. Henzo Gracie. Daniel Gracie. Spider Silva. Jeremy Horn. Like I said, these are just loaded. Let's see. Pride Fist of Fire. Crow Cop versus Coleman. Rampage versus Ninja Rua. Shogun Rua is on here. Antonio Nogueira versus Alistair Overeem. Mario Spiri. Fabricio Verdun. My goodness, look at all these fights. My goodness, lots of popcorn is needed. Lots of diet soda, too. Pride Championship Chaos 2. Vanderlei Silva is on here. Nog's on here. Fedor. Sakuraba. Hidehiko Yoshida against Don Fry. Randleman's against Yamamoto. Takada's on here. Oh my god. There's still more, people. But wait, there's more. Pride FC, Return of the Warriors, 2-disc set. Then we got Shamrock versus Fujita. Mark Kerr versus Igor Borisov. Vanderlei against Guy Mezger. Sakuraba versus Henzo Gracie. Vitor Belfort. Gary Goodrich against Yaibo. Anthony Inoue, Ryan Gracie. My goodness. My goodness. All these classic cards. My goodness. Pride FC, Bad to the Bone. Fedor against Fujita. Mirko against Herring. Coleman versus Fry. Alistair Overeem's on here. Anderson Silva. Rampage Jackson. Pride FC. Final Conflict 2004. There's the fights. Non-fights. Bushido Volume 6. Fedor Emelianenko. Alexander Emelianenko. Murillo Bustamante. What do we got? Bushido, Volume 5. Gomi versus Crazy Horse. Shogun Rua is on here. Carlos Newton. Bob Chanson. Henry Santoriu Miller. I hope I'm not butchering these names. Almost there. Bushido 1. Mirko Krokop versus Duskaris. That's a funny fight. I think this is it, isn't it? Yep. Mirko versus Duskaris Jr. Yeah. It's the one where I think Alberto Del Rio took the dive. Team Japan versus Team Gracie, yeah. And then last but not least, the last one, Pride, Armed and Ready. Vanderlei against Krokop. Rampage is fighting. Bob Sapp's fighting. Ricardo Arona against Dan Henderson. Roggiero's fighting. Ninja Rua is fighting Mario Spiri. And wow. There you have it. That's all that's coming. Coming the last month or so. I'll go 6 weeks. Let's go 6-7 weeks. Whew. A lot of Pride to catch up on. So, oh my god, it's gonna be fun. Lots of popcorn. Trust me. A lot of diet soda. Not to mention other things that'll be going on. You know, like next week is WrestleMania, so I'm gonna be one little fat couch potato spud.